Have you ever wished that there was an easy button for weight loss? The JoLynn Braley Show, episode number 158, How to Make Weight Loss Easy, for real. Hey, welcome back to the JoLynn Braley Show. This is JoLynn Braley. I am the Fat Release Coach, F-A-T, Fear Attracting Thoughts. Did you know that if you have any desire to lose weight and keep it off, you have got to release the fat in your head in order to release the fat on your body and keep it off once and for all. This is episode number 158, and today I'm going to share with you, seriously, for real, how to make weight loss easy. But first, I just want to welcome you to the show. You are one of over 45,000 listeners who have been listening since I started broadcasting the JoLynn Braley Show the very first week of January 2013. So thanks for tuning in again, or if this is your first time here today, I am the founder of the Inner Self Diet. If you've never heard of the Inner Self Diet, that is the diet that actually works because it's not a diet. It's not a food diet. It's not an exercise program. The Inner Self Diet heals the root of the real problem. And I have a big flashing sign for you to let you know that the real problem is not the food and the real problem is not the fat on your body. I know that you think that the food and the fat on your body are the real problems. And that's understandable because the mainstream diet industry has brainwashed you to believe that. However, the food is just a tool that you use to try to cope with life or avoid problems or avoid your feelings, whatever your patterns are. And you may not even be aware of these patterns because you've been doing them so long and they're just subconscious. And it's just easy for your brain to keep those patterns and those cycles going. But the fat on your body and your out of control eating, these are only symptoms of a much bigger problem. And when you only try to put a food diet on top of these symptoms, it's just like putting a Band-Aid on a oozing boil that is about to turn to gangrene on your thigh. And if you don't go to the hospital, to the emergency room, and get that taken care of, you're going to lose that leg. All right? Now, that might sound kind of gross, but it's a good description of what's going on when you don't address the real problem. You see, Band-Aids are food diets. And if that's all you're doing, there's a reason why you have not succeeded in ending your binge eating, ending your emotional eating, losing weight, and keeping it off once and for all. All right? Does this make just even a little bit of sense? Are you getting it? It is a huge light bulb moment to break through the blinders that are really, really, really easy to have on the side of your face, on either side. Just like, have you ever seen horse blinders? Right? And they're put on the sides of the head of the horse so that the only thing they could see is what's in front of them, and they just keep walking forward. Okay? But if the only thing that you see in front of you is just another food diet, and you actually think that a food diet is going to fix your overweight, overeating, obesity, emotional eating, binge eating, compulsive overeating, food addictions, food obsessions, unhealthy food focus, scale fear, fat fears, all these different problems, binge eating at night in front of the TV in a dark corner or a dark corner of the kitchen, or pulling a chair up in front of the kitchen door or the refrigerator door and just eating everything that you can find. Okay, if you think that a food diet is going to fix these problems, then this might be a light bulb moment for you right now of why you're still having these problems. All right? A food diet is important because you do have to live a healthy lifestyle, not a diet, but a healthy lifestyle, on and on and on and on and on and on, if you want to lose weight and keep it off once and for all. All right? But if you have not healed your inner self, if you have not healed the root of the problem, then all you're doing is putting a Band-Aid on that oozing boil. And what happens? How long does it last? How long can you stick with those food diets? Have you ever been able to lose weight and keep it off permanently? If you have not, then that shows you that you haven't healed the root of the problem, because if you had healed the root of the problem, and if you'd healed your inner self, and if you had the tools to live your life without turning to food to make everything better, then you wouldn't be listening to my voice right now, because you would just be living your life, living a healthy lifestyle. You'd still have problems in your life, but you would not use food to cope with them. You would be normal with food. And just imagine, how would that feel if you could actually do that? If you could actually do that. You know, I've been professionally coaching my awesome private practice coaching clients since 2009, and I coach them through my proven steps of the inner self diet, and that gosh darn empowering process and blueprint, that thing actually works every freaking time that any client just follows the instructions. That is so amazing, isn't it? And it doesn't matter what their problems are. You know, a lot of people have similar problems, but then everybody's an individual. And as long as they just follow the instructions, keep things simple, just use my tools, use the steps, they break free. They end their binge eating, they end their emotional eating, and they're able to lose weight and keep it off. Yep. Pretty amazing. Hey, I'll tell you, if you actually want to have results like this, before we get done here today, I'll tell you what your first step is. But before we get to that, I'm going to share with you how to make weight loss easy. And I'm not kidding. This is for real. All right. Oh, first, before we do that, do you have my free download? You can get it at www.easyfunweightloss.com, www.easyfunweightloss.com. You'll get my free ebook there that will give you 3 simple steps to start making weight loss easier from the inside out. They are not food tips. They're not exercise tips. They are very, very different tips than what you are used to. And do you think that maybe possibly you need something that is very, very, very different in order to get very, very different results? Because don't you want different results than what you have been getting? Unless you like the results you're getting, but if you liked the results you were getting with your eating and your weight, then I don't think you'd be spending any time listening to me talk right now. Don't you agree? Yes. All right, so get that at www.easyfunweightloss.com. It's totally free. Okay, so how do you make weight loss easy? Is it really possible? Does it really exist? Yes. Yeah. Why not? The only thing that is making weight loss hard for you right now is how you think about it. That's it. It's your mindset. It is your mindset. It is that simple. If you think weight loss is hard, you're right. It's going to be hard. If you think it's a horrible, beastly process and that it means that you feel deprived and that everybody else can have what they want, but not you, and that, oh, it's such a struggle, it's so difficult, then that's what your experience will be, because that's what you think, that's what you tell yourself, and that's what you profess, and that's what you exclaim, and that's what you expect. And so that's what you will get. How simple would it be if you were to stop doing that and instead start thinking of how weight loss can be easy? I bet that you never, ever, ever ask yourself the question, how can I make weight loss easy? I bet you never ask yourself that question because you believe it's hard. So why would you ask yourself, how can I make weight loss easy? But what if you were to do that starting right now? It is so simple. How can I make weight loss easy? Why is weight loss so easy for me? Bet you never, ever, ever ask yourself that question, do you? What if you start now? Hey, oh my God. Oh my God. For real. What makes weight loss so easy for me? Hey, notice the emotions or the very, very negative thinking that is coming up for you right now. Oh my God, it's not that easy. You can't just say it's easy and make it easy. Well, if that's what you're saying, you are right. You're right. You're totally right. And it will never be easy for you as long as you continue to say those words. You are more powerful than you realize, and your words and your thoughts are what make your reality. And if you want to continue telling yourself that weight loss is hard and that you can never lose weight and keep it off and you can never stop binge eating, that you'll always be in recovery, then just keep saying those things to yourself and they will be true. I would not recommend that to any of my coaching clients, but unless you're one of my coaching clients, I'm not working with you, and then I don't have any way to actually help you unless I'm working with you personally. So if you want to just test it out on yourself and see how far you can get by changing what you're saying, changing what you're thinking, and start telling yourself or asking yourself how to make weight loss easier and see what answers you get. You can't get answers to that question if you never ask the question, but you will continue to get answers to your statements when you continue to profess that weight loss is hard, that it's impossible, that other people can lose weight but not you, that, I have bad genes or I have fat genes. Well, that's not true, but if you believe it's true, it is. All right? The only genetic predisposition for being obese or overweight, it's all environment, it's all learned, and it's actually thoughts and beliefs that are learned also. So if you were brought up with other people who believed that it was hard to eat healthy, and if you believe that, it's not genes, it's your mindset. That's all. 92.8% of winning permanently with your weight, it's all mindset. And that's why I do the work that I do with my awesome coaching clients in the Inner Self Diet. I do realize that the things that I'm sharing with you right now are much easier said than done when you don't have the belief in yourself to just change your thinking, when you don't have tools to use in your day-to-day life to start making progress and changing your thoughts and changing your beliefs. You've got to change your limiting beliefs, by the way. If you allow your limiting beliefs to stand in the way of your progress, then they will stand in the way of your progress. And a big roadblock that stops most people from ever succeeding, and definitely you cannot succeed quickly on your own. The big roadblock that stands in your way is all of your blind spots. And every human being has blind spots. That's why coaching is so highly, 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 highly valuable. Because when you work with the right coach, they can be objective if they have the training and the skills and the certifications and the experience, and they've worked with other people before you, all right? And if they have a long track record and testimonials out the wazoo, written, video, audio testimonials, all this stuff, just like what I've gotten from my awesome coaching clients over the years, all of that is posted over on my website, fearlessfatloss.com. Actually, if you go to fearlessfatloss.com/blog and you click on the word testimonials up in the top navigation menu, that's how you get to all of that feedback. But anyway, when you work with the right coach, they can help you see what you cannot see because you can't see your own blind spots, and those will hold you back forever because you can't see them. That's why anybody who's highly successful is getting coaching right now, right this minute. You know that Oprah even has coaches. You knew that, right? If you didn't, now you do. And some people would say, well, why would Oprah need coaching? Because there's always another level to go to. There's always another level to go to. Now, I don't know that she gets binge eating coaching or emotional eating coaching. I know that she gets general life coaching, and there's a difference. All right. So you want to make sure that you are getting coaching for the specific problems that you want to solve for yourself in your life so that you can drop the excess weight and keep it off and actually make this process struggle-free, make it easy. So the fastest path to getting to where you want to go, that's with coaching. You've got to have a system. You've got to have steps to follow and just follow the steps. Keep things simple. You know, when you've already got something that's already put together for you and all you got to do is follow it, then it's no big deal. However, if you're able to just change your thinking on your own, and if you've got tools to use in your day-to-day life to cope with your ups and downs without using food, then go for it. Why not? Go for it. It's really that simple. All right? You got to change your mindset. You got to change your thinking. You've got to change your limiting beliefs in order to make weight loss easy. Now, let me tell you one thing just to clarify. Easy weight loss does not mean that you can keep eating the way you are now and keep moving your body the way you are now and expect that you're just going to lose weight. Okay? That's not going to work. What easy weight loss means is that it will be easy for you to change your eating and change your exercise habits so that you can live a healthy lifestyle. But the only way that that becomes easy is you've got to change your mindset. That's 92.8% of the challenge. It is 92% inner self work. Ooh, work. Oh, does that scare you? If it does, well, what are you going to do? How are you going to get new results? I don't think work is a bad thing. I think it's awesome when you are doing steps that are going to get you to where you want to go. But if you are deluding yourself, telling yourself that you can get changes in your life without taking action, that's not going to work. Hey, but don't listen to me. Just test it out on your own. Just tell yourself, oh yeah, weight loss is easy, but don't do anything different. Don't take action and see what happens. So then you don't need me to say these things. Test them out on your own and see what you get. It's time for a commercial break here on the JoLynn Braley Show. This week's sponsor is my free download. You can get that at www.easyfunweightloss.com, www.easyfunweightloss.com. In that free download, you will get 3 simple steps to start making weight loss easier from the inside out. Inside out is all about what's going on inside of you, not your intestines, but your mindset. All right? So these 3 simple steps are totally different than what you're used to. And don't you think that maybe possibly you need something totally different so that you can get totally different results? Yeah? Does that make sense? Head on over to www.easyfunweightloss.com and you could get my free ebook now. Couple questions to ask yourself. Grab pen and paper if you want to get the very most out of this totally free weight loss podcast. When you write pen on paper, you get a connection that occurs between your head, hand, and heart that you cannot get if you type on a keyboard, and you cannot get that connection if all you do is listen to my voice. It just goes in one ear and out the other if that's what you do. And I do agree with Tony Robbins, who says that you'll never learn by just listening. You've got to take action with yourself. And pen and paper is so critical. It makes you get into your present moment, spend time just with yourself, get out of your head, stop spinning, get out of the anxiety, get out of the worry, get focused, and start moving forward. So if you want to get the most out of this podcast, just pause it, get the pen and paper, and then write each question down and then write your answer down. First question. What are all of my negative thoughts that stop me from making weight loss easy? What are all of my negative thoughts that stop me from making weight loss easy? And write all of them down. Take as long as you need. Maybe you need a half an hour. I don't know. But, nothing can be changed without awareness. So this is a great step to start becoming aware of all of the negative things that you're telling yourself that keep making weight loss so hard for you. Number 2 question, what could I think instead? What could I think instead? So look at that list that you just wrote, and what could I think instead? Write down different thoughts that could possibly lead you towards easier weight loss. All right, so make a list. First, you need the first list, and then you make your second list. Number 3 question. Where could I be 1 year from now if weight loss really were to become easy for me? Where could I be 1 year from now if weight loss really could become easy for me? Now, this is all dependent on you doing the steps to change your mindset. All right, so you've got to have a step-by-step proven system to follow. You really need coaching and accountability to get through this as fast as possible. And if you do those things, then where could you be a year from now? How much could you weigh? How would you feel about yourself? What would you look like? What size jeans would you be wearing? Where would you be working? How excited would you be to get out of bed each morning? How would your relationships transform? How would your dating life transform? Or if you're married, how would your sex life transform? How would your marriage transform? All right, write all of it down because all of it is connected. Include your finances, your bank account. You do realize that money and your self-esteem and your self-worth, all of this is tied up together, and you do realize that your self-worth and self-esteem and self-confidence are either high because you feel wonderful about yourself and you feel great in your own skin, or they're not, and they keep getting chipped away at because you can't stop the struggle with food and your weight. And you continue to compulsively overeat or binge eat or sabotage yourself by eating foods that you know will only make your body bigger, heavier, put on more fat. All right? So where could I be 1 year from now if weight loss really could become easy for me, which would be dependent on getting a weight loss mindset that's 92.8% of the challenge? And number 4 question, who's my professional coach? Who is helping me stay accountable? Who is giving me the proven system to follow? Who is making things as easy as possible because I have no idea how to figure all this stuff out on my own? Who is helping me see the blind spots that I cannot see? Who is helping me to believe in myself when I don't? Who is helping me to believe that it really is possible for me to do this, to believe that I deserve to be thin and stay thin, healthy thin, fit, strong, slender, sexy, awesome? Who is my professional coach in my corner? And if you don't have a professional coach in your corner, then make a list of all of your negative thoughts for why you don't. Because all that negativity, all of your excuses, all of your negative thoughts, that's what is holding you where you are right now. And you have to make a decision. Hey, am I going to stay committed to all of my excuses? Or am I going to get committed to me and my dream of becoming the me that I've always wanted to become? It's all up to you. It's all your decision. It's all your life. Only you can determine where you will be a year from now. And where you will be a year from now is all dependent on what you do next. Because it's not magic. You're not going to just magically transform into this other person without taking action. And the easiest action to take is when you've already got an action plan already laid out in front of you. And especially when you've got accountability, you've got that professional coach in your corner. That is the quickest way to get from where you are to where you want to be, especially when you have a coach who's already been where you are. That is so important. I really think that that's one of the reasons that I am so good at what I do, because I've been in the struggle with the emotional eating, the binge eating, the overweight. I've been through that, so I know what that's like, but then I know what it's like on the other side. So, it's not like I'm this perfect skinny being who was a gymnast and who has never been overweight, and now I'm teaching nutrition, So I think it's good. I think it's good that I understand where my coaching clients are so that I can help them believe in themselves and have the hope and keep the faith that they can have the vision that they see for themselves. And you really can have that, but you won't get it by magic. You won't get it by wishing, hoping, and praying, and you absolutely will not get it by putting it off. The only time that you can take action is right now. You have no power in your present. You have no power in your past. All of your power lies here in this present moment. And if you want help to get your food and weight struggles sorted out, get them fixed, get them healed in the least amount of time possible, if you truly are committed to yourself, instead of being committed to your excuses and all of your reasons for failure, if you are willing to stand up for yourself and believe in yourself to the best of your ability right now, and know that you deserve to break free of the binge eating, the emotional eating, the self-talk torture, the ongoing problems when you're sabotaging yourself, you're telling yourself you want to lose weight, but then you're eating cake and it just doesn't match up. If you really are serious about fixing these food and weight problems of yours so that you can show up in your life with a body that matches your otherwise successful life, because I'm sure that you're very smart, you're successful professionally, you might even have great success in your relationships, but this one area of your life, the food and the weight topic, has always eluded you. Isn't it the right time to finally let this baggage go? Don't you agree? I mean, there's no someday. Have you ever looked on the calendar? Where is someday on the calendar? Where is one day on the calendar? The only thing that I see on my calendar is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the most important day is right now, today. And if you're really serious about becoming this you who no longer binge eats, no longer emotionally eats, is able to just live a healthy lifestyle to lose weight and keep it off, then how are you going to do that if you don't start by taking action right now? And so if you really are the awesome, decisive person listening to me right now who understands that now is the only time and that you're the only one who can take action to create what you want for your life and body, and that if you don't take action to end your food and weight struggles, it's not going to happen, and you've already put it off for how many years? 5, 10, 20, 30 or more years, when you've kept telling yourself you could do it on your own. And if you could have done it on your own, you wouldn't be listening to me right now. So if you want to get this done, head on over to www.discovery-session.com, www.discovery-session.com, www.discovery-session.com. Enter your first name and email. On the next page, there's a big red button that you need to press. Fill out the application. Fill it out with complete details. You have to complete an application because this is a completely complimentary one-on-one weight loss discovery session call with me over the phone. You can't get that scheduled without first completing a full application. Your application needs to be reviewed, and then scheduling will reach out to you to schedule a time if it looks like you're somebody that I could possibly help. Complete that application with full details because not all applications are approved. People who do these on their phone and they just enter one word, they're not going to get through. So that's where you take your first step. See you next week for the next episode of the JoLynn Braley Show. I wish you your best life living inside of your ideal body.